What's up, guys? Have you ever noticed that some people just look like they're extremely lucky? Like sometimes they just get opportunities handed to them one after another while you're still waiting for some, or maybe they just don't have no downturns in their life. Now, I highly doubt that last point because a lot of people have a lot of downturns. But guys, luck isn't something we can truly measure or look at. However, there are ways to consistently increase your odds of winning in any venture you choose in life. And in this video, I'm going to break it down. Now, guys, a lot of people have been very sad that I have not posted in about 2 weeks. And a lot of people were leaving comments, as you can see from here. But the main reason was I was in the UK. The first question I want to answer is, are some people just luckier than you? And unfortunately, the answer is yes. There's a lot of people that are just, unfortunately, a lot luckier than you. For example, if you're a regular kid who was born in a middle-class family, and then there is a second kid who was born to the King of England, who has more opportunities in that time? Well, I'm pretty sure the answer is very easy to find out. Obviously, the kid who's born into the royal majesty is going to have a lot more opportunities. That's just a give and take. The same can be said if you had some sort of business venture that your parents started, or if they were industries, or if they're billionaires, or even multiple millionaires. There's a huge difference. However, luck does not just come to play with the people who have luck given to them, because obviously it's luck that you were born to a very wealthy family. But just because somebody's luckier than you at this moment in time doesn't mean that you cannot get luckier with them over time. Now, obviously, I'm going to give you a real life example of myself in this. All right. Your girl Taylor Swift comes out with her first podcast. It gets 20 million views, while your boy Rab over here is sitting at 300 views on majority of his videos. Real sad times. But just because of what today is the truth does not mean that's going to be in the future. Now, let's break down why some people are luckier who are outside of wealth. Maybe some people just have skills and abilities that you do not possess. For example, if somebody does have a master's degree, regardless if you want to talk about if degrees are worth pursuing nowadays or not, they are more credible than you in that industry, right? Like if you're in finance and you have somebody who's a master's versus somebody who doesn't even have a finance degree at all, one person can start from the very bottom in the banking industry. Well, somebody can start at the top, right? So obviously that is there. Now, truthfully, this is going to be a very short video, but I want to tell you a few things. Just because they have luck and they have opportunity and they have wealth early on doesn't mean luck is going to always be there. For example, somebody who has to work their way up from the bottom usually is going to have a lot more drive and ambition than somebody who's already given it. I know this true from even myself. And obviously, I'm not going to go into details on how I know that, but there was times in my life where some stuff has happened to me in my family, which has made me progress rapidly. And if I take a look back on my last 5 years on when I actually started to create a lot of wealth, there is a distinct moment in time where something happened that changed my view on money, that changed my view on savings, that changed my view on investing. And it was all because of one event, right, guys? Now, there is a very good motivational quote that I like to mention. Luck is opportunity meeting preparation. So what that means is, now let's talk about F1. If you have never driven a car, it doesn't matter who your mom or dad is. You're not going to become a successful F1 driver. Now might have billions to throw your name and to give you a really, really fast car that could make sure that your abilities don't need to be seen just because you have a name brand behind it. But guess what? When you guys get into your first match, you're going to get destroyed. But the person who's been driving, who's been practicing, who's been racing their cars, not saying that's a good idea, that's a horrible idea, but who's been practicing for the F1 is going to have a lot higher of the opportunity because their preparation meets it. And now guys, one kind of example of this that I really like to go back to is Chris Pratt. Now, everybody knows Chris Pratt. He's a famous celebrity actor, amazing guy. Pretty well, again, all I know from his movies, but from there he's pretty awesome. Now, guys, do you know how he got started in the movie industry? He was a waiter. He was very, very broke, and he was a waiter. And pretty much an opportunity came where somebody came. He recognized them from a famous movie thing. I can't remember exactly what it is, but he recognized them, and because obviously he knew who they were, he made a great impression of himself. And I believe when they asked him, "Oh, do you act?" he lied and said, "Yeah, I act." And so he did his audition. But guys, if he never took the chance, if also he never worked at that restaurant, he would have never had that opportunity. Now, that is not an opportunity where he was practicing acting 9 hours a day, every single day to get there. But it was an opportunity nonetheless. So luck is everywhere. But opportunity and preparation also means you taking the shot, you asking somebody for help, You looking to see what your life can become, not what it is today. And a lot of people, they will just be stuck where they're at because they're not willing to meet new people. They're not willing to market themselves. They're not willing to learn new skills. And it goes to show you every day, luck is just a moment away, but you can miss it just as fast as you can take it. So guys, you need to take your shots. And I'll tell you something. The biggest ROI I've ever met is by meeting people. All right. So the biggest ROI isn't investing. Yes. It's also meeting people, because I met people who own businesses, who gave me motivation, who gave me ideas, who gave me the luck that I needed to create the success I wanted to achieve. Now, guys, another really, really good quote, just to back this up, is the harder you work, the luckier you get. And guys, I cannot tell you how much I love this quote, because this quote is one of my favorite of all time. Truthfully, I know a lot of people say hard work just by itself is not enough. You need to be working smarter. And yes, true. But nobody who has worked smart has done that by also not working hard. You have to do both things. So if you don't know how to work smarter, start by working harder. Work your longer hours. Work on improving your skills. Go to school if you must. Go learn online. You can do anything you want. But if you are not even willing to take the first step, nobody, and not even luck, is going to take that first step for you. So guys, don't look at the ability of somebody who has everything. Look to what you can do, because I promise you one thing. At the end of our lives, all we have is our skills, and all we have is the opportunities that we've taken. And everybody will have a chance and opportunity. You just have to wait for yours. It might come faster than others. It might come 10 years later. But guess what? Warren Buffett became a billionaire after 60. Your boy Mark Zuckerberg did that in his early 20s, I believe. He was a multimillionaire, and then just his early 30s, he was a billionaire. Guys, it will all come for everybody at different points in time, but you can do it. There is no one stopping you. So guys, let's get on with it. Let's create great success, and I'll see you next time. Thank you so much.